Day 2, off to breakfast. Yay!
No, sir. Single. Yes, sir.
Yeah!
That is so good.
We'll be praying for you.
All right. He's in good hands.
Oh,
Yeah,
2, 4, 6, 7. That's a perfect number,
Yeah.
right?
Number of completion.
That's right. We'll be praying for you, man.
All right.
God's got your back.
Yes, sir.
Restoration's happening. All right, we're gonna roll north.
Bye.
All right.
So we just dropped off Mario at the we dropped off Mario at the Strong Tower down in Hitchcock,
Rehab
and we
center.
came back up to Houston now, and we're about to go have lunch.
Exciting.
Right? Isn't that it? That's it. And then from there, it's to be announced. That is Martindale. I guess we'll get some talking with him later, maybe. I don't know. Logan, you think Martindale wants to talk to the camera?
Totally. He's all up for that.
I think he's up for it. And then you have Chase.
Wait, are we vlogging?
Yeah!
We are.
Always.
Always.
Vlogging.
Always. We're at lunch with the crew.
Back here in the sky clouds, up in the sky.
They're called what again?
Sky clouds,
Okay.
yes.
Typically found
And you
in
know
the
this
sky.
how?
I'm a meteorologist by night,
Makes a lot of sense.
yes.
Yeah, they're typically found in the skies where they get their name.
The sky clouds. And we're headed off. Parkour! Parkour! Parkour!
Hey, I can't do this.
Parkour! Parkour! Oh! Oh! You did some Michael Scott parkour right there.
I'm trying to surprise y'all.
I didn't see that.
She did some Michael Scott parkour.
She did a whole twisty thing. Oh, did you video?
Sadly, I was doing it myself at the exact same time she did.
She like did it right when he was going.
Are you videoing?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can roll.
Parkour? Parkour!
So we need to pray for government of 16 city council members. We have 5,200 police officers in the city of Houston with 2.56 million people that there are today. 5,200 HPD. That's it. But we also are one of the, with the exception of a couple of places, Sunnyside and McGowan and Dowling Street corner right there is one of the top, Sunnyside and that corner are in the top 10 of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the U.S. But otherwise, you know, Houston is a fairly safe place to live. Yeah. It really is. That's why so many people are moving here. And we're transforming it by the power of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
The Bible, Paul told Timothy to first and foremost to pray for, anybody know? For those in authority. Think about that. To pray for those in authority. God told us to pray for those in authority. That's very hard for me to do because sometimes I just cannot stand those that are in authority. I really can't. You know, they just don't represent anything that I represent, my values or whatever. But God tells us to pray. Amen.
Amen.
So that, and then it says, He said, then you will lead a quiet and peaceable life. That's what He says.
Yeah.
You pray for those in authority that you could live a quiet and peaceable life. What a concept. Well, they've thrown prayer out the window. No longer in schools. You know, you just, Saul Alinsky's rule for radicals said you stir up, stir up, stir up, stir up. You know, that's how you get things done, rather than acknowledging God. I believe if we acknowledge God in a greater way, things would turn around in a greater way. Amen?
Amen.
Yeah.
Education. There's about, I can't remember, 288 public schools in the city of Houston with 610,000 students. That's big. And growing, really. I mean, they're building schools left and right. The third ward, that is right where University of Houston is, the main campus, Texas Southern University. There's a Yates High School. You guys familiar with Yates High School a bit? So back in the mid-2000s, they won back-to-back-to-back state championships in basketball. Like all 5 of their starters played D1 basketball. Texas University of Texas, Duke, I think one went to North Carolina, and 2 others, I can't remember where they played. But all D1 basketball scholarship players, and then the substitutes were just as good. And some of them played college. They beat their opponents by at least 30 points a game.
Wow.
And they won 110, I think, over 100 straight games in a row.
Whoa.
Which is pretty crazy. I mean, pretty remarkable. But do you know what their dropout rate at Yates High School is?
70%.
70%.
Whoa.
Good guess. Maybe priorities are mixed up.
Yeah.
Seriously. Our schools need a lot of help. A lot of help. There's 40, I think, university campuses in the greater Houston area. From HCC, Houston Community College, to Lone Star College System, to Rice University, Texas Southern, and University of Houston. And they're out, their campuses that are in other parts of the city. So we need to pray for school administrators, teachers. And as I say, normally I say this in the beginning, but a missionary is not necessarily someone who crosses the sea, but it's someone who sees the cross and is active in that wherever they are. Let's see, education, media. Houston Chronicle is just up the street, the main building of the Chronicle. Nobody reads the newspaper anymore. I read it online. I don't ever read anything hard copy. Everything I read, right through the headlines of what's going on in Houston every morning in my quiet time, I just read through the Houston Chronicle. But it used to be about 2 million circulation on Sundays, and it's down to, I think, around 800,000. So people are not reading. But media is amazing. You guys, are you a media guy?
Yes.
Literally,
yeah.
Literally. Look at,
That's a spirit.
whoa, look at him. He's being media.
I am media.
So social media, you guys know what that is?
Yes, sir.
Social media is a pretty cool thing. I love it, actually. To love-hate, actually, because sometimes you just do it too much. Sometimes you're just on point and you're ministering to somebody on Instant Messenger or whatever. But it's a tool that's it's like anything in the world. It's like there's the good side and the evil side. There's always, in itself, it's not good or evil, but it's what we do with it.
Yeah.
And so, global media outreach. You guys familiar with GMO? You familiar at all? Walt Wilson, who is former executive with Apple Computers, retired and multimillionaire, and he became a missionary. You don't retire, you reassign, right? Refire. And he did, you guys. He is on this campaign over the last several years to train what you would call online evangelists. And so global media outreach is all about people inquiring through a website about who Jesus is. Like in 24-hour period, they had 1 million people inquiring about Jesus. Do you know where the #1 nation was for people inquiring?
Middle East.
Where?
Middle East.
India. India was #1. You know what was #4? Right here.
Houston.
No, just in
US.
America. Yeah. And so they said that they have so many times stopped people in their tracks for suicide, just inquiring about prayer or all of that stuff, all online with instant message type thing. So we need missionaries in the media. Arts and entertainment, you guys, is a realm I think that we as Americans are captured by more than anything else. We really are. The arts and entertainment realm, we are a pleasure-driven society. The Texans and how they're doing, or the Disastros, or the completely useless by September Cubs. And
What was that? What was
They're gonna
that?
win it.
What was that
They're
again?
going all the way.
completely
Baby.
useless by September.
UBS.
CUBS.
I heard
And
you.
is better.
I'm a diehard. Oh wait, I don't have it on anymore.
Ah.
I changed. I'm a diehard Cardinal fan. No. So anyway, rivals. So anyway, we're captured
Where are
by.
the Cardinals this year?
What was that?
Where are the Cardinals this year?
Sitting at home.
Oh.
Cardinal sin not to be a Cardinal fan. So if you're a Cardinal fan, you need to repent. Go
It's
to-
true if you're a Catholic.
Oh, whatever. All right. So what are we talking about?
Arts and entertainment.
So Houston is the home to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which is a big deal. There's 2.1 million people that go to the rodeo in that 21-day period. Super Bowl coming up in February. Also, you guys know who Lecrae is, right?
Yeah.
So Lecrae with his Anomaly album. You guys know the album?
Yeah.
It's awesome. He went to the #1 on the Billboard and on the Christian side at the same time. First album in the history of music to ever do that. That's an influence, you guys. It really is. So anyway, we need arts and entertainment missionaries that are doing the thing. Where are we now? Arts and entertainment, business, commerce. Well, we know what that means. Like money, like integrous business doings. Kind of like, what was the name of the company? Enron. You guys remember Enron? Just so much happened, you guys, that I don't understand all the ins and outs, but it was probably a lack of integrity in a lot of ways with people that were, and I looked at somebody and said, don't we operate that from the top down in our government? That what they do, we model? Unless you're a believer, I mean, unless you have integrous intentions and motives,
Right.
it funnels down. But anyway, so we really need people that, and understand, Houston I think Houston and Dallas are the #1 and 2 most philanthropic cities giving donations to charitable ministries in the U.S. And so that's a beautiful thing. People are making money, but they're also giving money away, which is pretty cool. Religion. George Barna, you know the Barna Report?
Yes.
You guys ever seen that? It's a great read on just what the church looks like in America today. And, trends and that type of thing. One thing he said, I think it was in 2014, he said that the church is no longer a major sphere of influence in America. That sucks, you guys, and say, not on my watch. So, we can make a difference, you guys, individually. Some people say you make a difference just by protesting or just by doing a rally or whatever. Really, difference is made when we are active wherever we are in our faith.
Yep.
And you're sharing testimonies, and people are sharing testimonies about the glory of God that's happening through your life, through your walk, that type of thing. When Philip was being stoned, Stephen was being stoned, who was standing there? Saul was standing there watching that take place. And the next thing you know, bam, he's knocked off his whatever, and he got the revelation of Jesus, and then he became the world changer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? It's our witness, so we need to be witnesses. Church needs to be effective in the world today. And then family is, man, you guys, what can you say about family? Undermined in so many ways. We have eroded as a culture so much since taking the Bible out of school and prayer out of school. Literally eroded because of the demand to think something other than what is God's intentional, original design and his intent for the family structure was. In the 3rd Ward, the Yates High School area, according to Harris County medical health department statistics, say that 75% of existing homes are born out of wedlock, or babies born out of wedlock, and 76% of homes in the 3rd Ward do not have an existing father. That's tough, you guys. That needs transformation.
Yeah.
It really does. God has called us, you guys, to be dads, moms, to be kids, to be above the fray, to model something that's significant for his kingdom purposes. Amen?
Amen.
There's a lot more I can say to that, but anyway, so we're going to pray. Get cleared up. All right, so we're going to start out with government. Who's government? You're leading.
So we just got done with our prayer time right after Martin shared with us all the different spheres of influence. We each had our own, and we all prayed for which separate ones in each one. So it's called SourceView is the app. I'll put a link in the description. SourceView Bible app. So it helps you have specific prayer points that you can pray for. So we just did that at I think the Houston Symphony or something like that. Yeah, I think that was the place. I don't know downtown Houston, but we're walking down. We met a guy named Pete Johnson right here. We're going to buy him some barbecue. It's gonna be awesome. So, all right. Say what?
Are you doing a front camera?
No, I'm doing the facing me camera. You see it?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Is it gone?
Is that what is it?
Can your eyes? You focus on it?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I see what
You had to
it
get a
is.
better look at it. I
Yeah.
understand. Logan, look at this grass. It's
You're not supposed to be walking on that.
it's fake.
No, this is not fake.
This is fake grass. That's fake.
nothing in this.
You're a
world is
liar.
fake.
You're a liar.
Man, I can't believe you walked on
The
that.
grass is a liar.
It's been there for years, bro. We
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
installed the grass years ago.
Some ancient guy could have planted that stuff.
Like in 2012?
Ice drinks. Big fan of the ice cream.
You're not a big fan of the ice drinks.
Chase. Order for Chase.
Order for Chase.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Doing well.
I am doing well myself, so it's good to know that you're doing well.
That's amazing.
It is rather fantastic that we are both doing well. We're both doing very well right now, so thank you. I really appreciate the time and consideration of asking me to take this time to videotape this. Just a really wonderful time.
And how has your day been?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So now we're at the cat truck. Or not cat truck, cat ministries. And cat stands for Children's Activity Truck, which is right over there. And we're just ministering to some kids in apartment complexes.
So, we just left, what was it, Fuddruckers? We ate dinner, and now we're headed back to the house, I think.
No, incorrect. We are going to do the prayer drive.
We're gonna do a prayer drive, and then
pray for the city.
and then we're gonna, to be announced. This is a big theme of this week, is to be announced.
It means always be prepared.
Means the big
And
F word.
the F word. What is it again? The F word?
Flexosity.
Flexible.
Have it.
Be flexible.